Hi everyone, my name is Wilson Poole. I decided to do my grape varietal assignment on Prosecco, so I'm just going to jump right into it. The overview and history of Prosecco and the Glera grape, which is the grape used to make Prosecco. So it's a sparkling wine that originates from Veneto, which is a region in Italy. The name Prosecco derives from the village of Prosecco, Italy, which is likely where the grape originated. And this region typically has colder winters but warmer summers. Going into the scientific background of the Glera grape and the Prosecco winemaking process. So the Glera grape has been used for winemaking since like the Roman Empire, and was always a sparkling wine. There's been no evidence suggesting that like the process has changed or the taste or the taste has changed. This particular grape thrives in hilly regions. And in 1969, the Italian government granted the Prosecco grape or the Glera grape as a DOC, and then it was elevated in 2009 to the DOCG, which is the highest level of Italian wine classification, which basically measures like the quality and the production methods it takes. Prosecco production has spread to all areas all over northeastern Italy, which is prized for its high acidity and fruity accents. And the grapes are harvested very, very early just to preserve the acidity. So that was one interesting note that I thought was notable. Um, let's go going into the geographic locations and marketing of Prosecco. So Prosecco dates back centuries, rooted in hilly countryside towns of, again, excuse my pronunciation if it's incorrect, of Congliano and Valdobbiadene. Again, I apologize. But again, I want to stress like it really thrives in hilly regions and like a changing climate. It is known for its quality and complex flavors, and the soil used to grow the grapes are it's usually like gravelly. It's not like what we see. I'm from California, so it's not like the dirt in the soil that we see in California. It's usually gravelly. And to quote a winemaking doctor, Dr. Diego Tomasi, is quoted to say there is not one specific soil that yields better quality of wine. And this wine, the marketing aspect of it is pretty simple. It is usually marketed under Prosecco, and Glera grapes may be labeled under Spumanti or Frizzanti, depending on production methods. Next, I'm going to go into the wines that use the Glera grape. I'm just going to provide some examples. But there are a variety of wines and price points, and compared to other wines, Prosecco is actually a pretty inexpensive option. So, for example, a Prosecco that I personally really like is La Marca, and that is a wine that's usually between the range of like 12 to $20, and it's extremely well known. It's an extremely well known producer, so it's very common. You could find it at Binny's, Total Wine. I'm sure some liquor stores even have it too. Going into some other wines that I haven't tried, but I like to try that caught my eye during the researching process. Whereas the Mia Netto Prosecco, which is a wine known for its like fruitiness and crispiness, which is usually priced between 10 and $25. Another one of those examples that I would like to try but haven't is a Ruffino Prosecco, and it's known for its like versatility, balance, and it's highly, highly recommended and rated. And it usually ranges from like 10 to $20. Once again, it's not a very expensive option. However, I really, really enjoy the taste and carbonation of it. Some of the tasting notes that I researched were the appearance, aroma, the palate, and the finish. So it's usually a light yellowish color, and it's carbonated. They're usually right as you see it when it's poured. There's a little bit of foam or froth like within the glass. When thinking about the aroma, the floral notes are like a jasmine and elderflower. Its fruitiness usually stems from like pears, green apple, or citrus, and the herbal notes typically are like thyme or sage. I would say thyme or sage. And then when thinking about the palate, It's very acidic because it's carbonation. So it's like it's kind of like a soda or club soda or even just sparkling wine, where it's very refreshing. It's got a light taste and it is a light-bodied wine. So it's going to be crisper. It's going to be lighter, and it's very, very tasty. Excuse me. Some food pairings that really go well with Prosecco are seafood, salads, charcuterie, cheeses like brie, burrata, ricotta. Asian foods actually really go well with Prosecco, sushi, spring rolls, pho, which is a Vietnamese soup. They go really, really well with Prosecco. And some people really, really like to pair a dessert with it, like sorbet, even just fresh fruit and honey is a really, really good option. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you guys for listening, hopefully.